Hi, this is Corey Hayden, and this is my first reflection.
So, what key things have been happening in the rehearsals this week?
This week we blocked the opening number and the rest of Act 1. Lisa choreographed a string of movements for our opening number, but it's only one opening number as this is a play and not a musical. But because of it being Blood Brothers, this is a key point in the play, so they had to keep it in.
Nice. Who was it for?
It was for the ensemble and Mrs. Johnson. So we had Mrs. Johnson singing the song and the ensemble doing a string of movements behind her. And after we got what lines we were moving on, Lisa just kept on running it, so we knew what we was gonna have to do when it came to showing Fiona what we were doing.
Did Lisa give you any sort of cue lines on?
She gave us certain words where we had to turn around and walk forward and then come back and then turn around again, and then where we had to change from being a person in for wedding ceremony to a child. So yeah, we had loads of cue lines and cue words we have to remember.
So were there any problems then that you found?
I found I couldn't act like a child when I had to, so I had to think how I could act like a child, and I couldn't get the emotional recall of a child out because I don't like using emotional recall.
So what did you do then? How did you overcome that challenge?
I observed my younger siblings, and as they are the age range for the children we are playing throughout this performance, and I noticed that they have certain characteristics like being very energetic, and whatever happens to them they're really over the top, and they just constantly need reminding all the time.
Quite a big thing being an older brother, eh?
Yes.
So what do you think, what learning took place then in that sort of session?
Well, I found out that I really need to find another way to connect with characters instead of using emotional recall. And I learned that I am good at finding the role of the vicar I am playing, because I'm thinking of making him a new vicar who doesn't. This is his first marriage, so making it sort of goofy but also quite serious at the same time.
So what is goofiness?
His goofiness is basically he doesn't know how to marry two people. This is his first wedding, so after we all come back from that, I almost give off a sigh of relief or something within, but not upstaging the rest of the action to show.
I seem to remember that you said that you might feel a bit weird about doing that.
Yeah, it does feel weird, but then I understand that if it helps the show, it's only a small part. It's not a few seconds of that, so I don't mind doing that, and I have to do it. So
Great. So what do you think then? What sort of improvements in action could you do to get this thing
I can
better?
use the observations I had of my younger siblings to help me take on board their characteristics, but also not taking on too much of their characteristics to upstage any other action that's going on the stage at that time.
Very good. Thank you, Corey.